I can hear the bells. Hello.
Hello, and welcome to the Brutal Boys
Podcast.
Bros podcast.
The Brutal Boys.
The
Brutal Bros podcast.
Today, what are we going to be doing?
We've got some questions.
Very
This
exciting.
is the first Christmas podcast.
I
Our
suppose it
first
is, yeah.
As
of the
you-
Christmas series.
Yep, we've got our first Christmas musical moment.
Christmas musical moment. We've got
I'm-
exciting conch tasting for the
I'm-
Christmas
Oh, yes.
season.
I'm opening the Christmas
Ruben
wine.
has
We'll-
cracked open a fresh bottle of the finest Christmas wine.
We'll
I'm
test.
drinking fine vintage, well, not really, 2018 little wine. And Levi is not drinking
Conch.
anything.
I've got loads of conch.
Okay, that's very nice.
Yeah, it's got that lovely vinegary aftertaste. Delicious. Quite tart, that one.
Shut the fuck up, Ruben. you posh prick.
Okay.
Okay, so we also have would you rather question?
Would you rather? Well,
you rather
while Levi, you're setting that up.
I don't have to set up anything. We've all got it here.
Okay. Well, what have you been doing the last week anyway? It's the last podcast. I've been working quite a bit.
We
I've
went
been
on a
doing-
bike ride.
Oh, so we did. Been to the skate park a few times.
Yep.
On my new
Yes,
BMX.
girls.
Yeah.
Doing my amazing skills. Schoolwork mostly.
We were harassed by a
By,
annoying little scooter kids.
Like little clones of toddlers.
oh, so annoying.
I've just found them so funny
They're funny, but oh man,
because they all just swarmed me.
they
They
did.
didn't even say anything. They just looked at me just like they're like penguins or something.
I almost ran over like this little girl on a scooter.
You should have.
I almost hit her. I was so close. It's like, I
If
was-
you have young children, don't take them to the bloody skate park if they're blind
and if they don't know the rules and how it works,
and they don't know how to be considerate and not ignorant pricks.
So I jumped down the steps, the sort of stair step thing
Yeah.
in the skate park, or jumps. I sort of
You did it. Yeah.
went about a centimetre off the ground, and I was going really fast, and then this little girl, one of those free-wheel scooters, just
Oh, I hate those.
scoots that goes,
Oh.
takes a sharp right turn, almost hits me.
Those
Yeah.
free. Have you ever rode one of those? They're so dangerous because you can't actually steer. You have
No.
to you have to like lean.
I
I
can't
remember I had a
believe it.
friend who tried to steer on one once, and this little kid's one, and he actually snapped the bars right off because he was like,
That's quite funny.
Honestly, like it's so dangerous. Like
Well, that's
they could get
that's,
seriously injured.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Because
snakes. That's what they call it, skate park.
Yeah, snakes.
should it be just for like experienced people? Is
No.
that not like gatekeeping?
I'm not
No.
experienced at all, Ruben. But if you if
I mean, more so than
but-
like a little kid.
no, but even if you're not experienced, you need to know. You need to know. You have to give way. You have to take turns,
Yeah.
and you can't just hog one piece because it's not a playground, a skate park.
No, it's
It's
not for kids.
definitely it's not for kids. Well, it depends how good they are. It's not for the average toddler though.
It's for
Yeah.
people who. The thing is with skate parks, it mostly is for teenagers, really.
I don't know. There's a lot of adults there.
There are a lot of adults, but the thing is, right? If you are skating, or BMXing, or anything you do, if you go to a kids' playground park, you will get told off. If you go and do it on the streets, a lot of the time people will have some problem.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
it. So the only place people can go is the skate park.
Well, yeah, unless
Yeah.
you ride the street where they don't really
Like
care.
if so, like a kid, there's people going around at like probably like 10, 15 miles per hour,
Yeah.
maybe even faster sometimes. Some
Mm.
like skateboards, BMXs, and they're twice the size of these kids, and their parents are just stood
Yeah.
there watching. And the thing is, the whole point of the skate park, you go quite fast, you do tricks, you jump and stuff.
And you give way.
Yeah, you give way. and
Everyone's usually kind at the skate park
They
as
are.
well.
it's the parents of the kids that have a problem, really. They just
Yeah.
stand there and watch their kids. Like,
You know,
yeah,
sometimes the little kids.
you almost died, but you almost got a
Like,
traumatic head injury
they-
by getting hit by like somebody cycling.
That's what I don't know. Because some of them like they still can do like big ramps and big
Yeah,
tricks,
yeah.
but they just have no spatial awareness.
No.
Well, that's the thing, because I've heard like stories about that sort of thing, and then the parents are like, "Well, it's for everyone. It's just not just for you."
No, yeah, I agree.
I
It's
can
not
see
just
both
me.
sides.
I
But
agree with that.
if your kid is not, it's like you wouldn't take your kid to a swimming pool and chuck him in the deep end if he can't swim.
No.
No, that's a good
It's
point.
the same
That
thing.
is a very good
It's
point.
exactly the same thing.
Like,
I think the
If
solution
your
would be
kid is an absolute retard, then don't take him to a skate park.
if you're gonna be
You
taking
could-
a toddler to a skate
Yeah.
park, do it early in the morning when there's no
I
people
saw,
who want to do
just,
like,
oh,
big trick.
yeah, yeah.
Do it really early in the morning, or when it's really quiet.
I went there
it's
recently
best,
again.
safer because it's. But my main concern is it's their safety.
Yeah, yeah.
These little kids, they're
Yeah.
not as strong. Like if I got hit by somebody, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But if they somebody, if I hit them on my mountain bike, which is pretty heavy, and I'm pretty heavy, and all that momentum going into a little kid,
Yeah.
it could possibly like seriously injure them.
I
And
Yeah.
that's the problem with it.
I went there,
I'm
but-
not doing anything wrong. I'm just trying
Yeah,
to
yeah.
use the skate park for what it's meant to be used for.
Yeah.
You know?
I think the solution would be you'd either have like sessions where
You don't need to do that.
kids
though,
are
because you
allowed to
consider
use
it
it,
and it
or
works.
you just have junior like skate parks.
Yeah. If they had
The
a
thing
I
is,
went there,
Everyone's
I-
got to start somewhere, haven't they?
I went there the day after me and you went, and there was actually a lady pushing around a pram, just pushing it around, like actually like where we were standing, by the bowl and stuff.
Scary. It's scary because
And you think you always
Oh.
have to be. So you always have to let the little ones go first. Like they kind of rule the skate park really.
they do. Yeah.
I have seen a few nice ones though that have always
Yeah.
like, even when I've just had a turn, they always ask if you
Oh,
want
there's
to
some
go again.
Russian kids like that.
I
Yeah,
guess it's also like, you know, people are like, oh, well, you should share things with everyone, but at the same time, it's like the little kid going, oh, but how come you and Daddy get to stay up and drink wine and watch a film, and the parents would be like, well, the thing is, not everything has to involve everyone.
No.
Sometimes there is grown-up time.
I have no
but you're
problem
not
with
involved.
there being young kids at
I have
skate
no
park,
problems
as
with
long
that,
as they just wait, and they don't act like like.
Yeah,
If they're
don't
taught
act
the
stupid.
rules of
It's,
skate park,
it's not like, oh, you
probably
can't
why,
come in
really,
unless
yeah.
you're like...
But you see the
Maybe
little
next
kids,
time I'll try-
their dad's a skater, right?
Just try to teach them how.
That's what you should do. Say to them,
Yeah.
this is the way it works. You're going to hurt
Yeah,
yourself.
so
if
you
don't do
you're having
this.
fun on your scooter, that's
Yeah.
fine. But you
Yeah.
need to. It's not if you do these things, then everyone else will be cool to you,
Exactly.
and then everything will just be cool.
You see, remember those little kids who jump in that stair set on the skateboards? They were pretty young.
Yeah,
They were like probably not even 10.
it is usually as kids on scooters though. Because riding a scooter is easy.
Yeah. But they were doing that, jumping these stairs. They had
Yeah.
a dad. His dad was there. He's obviously a skater, you know.
Yeah,
He had like an
yeah.
old school like board from the 80s.
Yeah.
And he's obviously taught his kids what to do at a skate park, so they weren't getting in people's way. They were
People
just-
getting in their way mostly, weren't they?
yeah,
Adults
people were
getting in
actually
their
getting
way.
in their way, and it just goes to show that it's just an etiquette. I think everybody in life, and I think it's a crisis among all of humanity, is the level of etiquette and the level of respect for other people is just non-existent. So many people
Yeah,
just
yeah.
look out for themselves and that's it. Don't care
Yeah,
about
yeah.
anybody else. If something's not a problem to them, why is it a problem at all?
I
you
think
know?
you have to have a balance as well, because I don't just assume that everyone around me is going to follow the rules or be
No.
sensible.
Definitely.
I go on the assumption. I always think it's safer to like not go around thinking the negative thing all the time, but just assume the worst. So you're
Well,
ready for it. If
yeah.
it does
Thing
happen,
is,
at least you're ready.
at the skate park, you kind of have to take your chances. Right?
do.
If you've been waiting
Yeah.
for 5 minutes, then sometimes you just have to go and just hope that you don't get hit. Because I've had people almost hit into me before, but usually it's their fault. But if you've waited your turn anyways, like sometimes I'll just like be like, oh, I just have to go because everyone else is waiting there, and if you don't go, then they'll go.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just have to
Yeah.
go for it and just hope that no one crashes into you.
I just have a problem with parents. It's not the kids' fault. It's the parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Using like a place like that, which
The
isn't
lack of
necessarily for. Well, that's it. Like they just leave their kids there, like a crash. It's like okay,
like a little
let's just leave our
yeah.
young kids at the skate park, and then other people will look after them for us, and we don't have to
Yeah,
worry
yeah.
about. Oh yeah, it's perfectly safe doing this extreme sport that loads of people injure themselves
Yeah,
doing. You know, like
So many
What
parents
scooter?
do that. Like, you see them on holiday. When we were on holiday, the parents would turn up to the pool
right.
and put armbands on, chuck them in, literally throw them in the pool, and just fuck off to the bar. for an
Crazy.
hour. It's like, what?
Crazy.
Just leave them to
Exactly
it.
the same thing.
It's like remember in The Simpsons when they go to Itchy and Scratchy Land,
Right.
and they just chuck Maggie in a massive ball ball, just get stuck there with the babies. And someone's, oh, they look a bit sad. The manager's like, nah, add more balls, they'll be fine.
Everything's fine when you've got lots of balls.
Well, I don't know, they not get in the way.
Well,
Football.
we do have plenty of balls today, don't we, lads?
At least 5.
At least 5 balls.
5?
Yeah, he just only got one.
I've
What do
only
you
got one
mean?
ball.
Do you not understand math? Oh wait, oh yeah. Hang on a sec, yeah.
Am I
Well,
Hitler
no,
then?
Ruben has 3. Do you know Ruben actually has 3 nipples?
I do actually.
I don't know if it's a nipple though, it kind of just looks like a spot that you've just adopted as a nipple.
It's a piece of extra skin.
I've got armpit nipples.
You have one massive ball.
That's a horrible sentence, Adrian.
Dude, what?
I've got 2 balls.
Well, anything exciting happened recently? Anything major?
Uh,
I recently found out that I have 1 ball now. That's pretty
Oh
exciting.
yeah, that's quite exciting.
you recently found out you had AIDS.
I think the 2 biggest things in the news. I don't remember if we mentioned it in the last podcast, but we are in second lockdown now.
Oh,
Yep,
yeah.
we are.
which is bullshit because I'm still going to work.
But at least we're here to entertain you, so no need to think about that.
Exactly. The Brutal
Right.
Bros is here,
what
so
the
nobody should
Brutal
fear.
Bros.
If
We're
you're
camping out in a
home-
shack so we can stay together through lockdown just to do the
Yeah,
podcast.
we've got hazmat suits around the house to keep
Exactly.
the ghoulies out.
We're just sleeping in a shack together with monks.
Big shack.
Yeah, and I guess the biggest piece of news right now in the world is Joe Biden has been officially elected as the next president of the US.
That's pretty big news.
Which I don't really like him, but like also get fucked Trump.
Oh yeah, nobody
Go
likes.
die.
Dump Trump.
They all kind of suck.
Dump
Poli-
Trump, dump
all
Trump.
politicians are kind of.
See, I get that. That's the conversation I was having with my mate the other day. He was saying, "Oh, I don't really like any politicians." And I'm like, "Yeah, I get that, but Trump was particularly bad.
Yeah, yeah.
He's probably I don't know, apart from maybe someone like Saddam Hussein or like Colonel Gaddafi.
Colonel Kong.
Probably, yeah, Colonel Kong. He's probably like the worst politician I've ever seen. He was a truly.
He's not a
fucking-
politician, first of all.
No,
He's
not.
a rich. He's
Well,
just a
technically he is because
businessman.
he's the president.
Yeah, but bollocks for that.
He is now.
The American president being thing makes no sense and it's stupid. And Americans
I
need to
think
sort
he
themselves
was
out.
awful at his job. Brought in some terrible policies against like, climate change, looking after the environment,
Yeah.
and just taking away rights of the LGBTQ plus community and stuff like that. It's just not on. And he looks like a fucking idiot anyway. I think
He
he's a
looks funny,
horrible
though.
man, and he should have been sacked a long
I
time
wonder what he's
ago.
going to do now. I was looking
And
watched a video.
honestly, he can go fuck himself.
I watched a video recently of what rules presidents have to come under. Ex-presidents still have to come under.
Right,
and
yeah.
they still can't drive, and they have to have.
They can't drive.
They have to be transported by Secret Service at all times,
Did you see?
That sucks.
and they have to have like
I just
bulletproof.
accept the risk fund. I might die.
No, but it'd be illegal. You'd be simply. It's like illegal.
They
it's like
they
really,
wouldn't let
really,
you
somewhere.
really illegal.
Okay.
They'd have to
But
restrain.
But you'd have security at your
I'm
house at all
moving.
times.
I'm moving to somewhere.
They wouldn't let you. They just. There's like a president can't have a mobile phone either because of like tracing and stuff.
Surely they can't stop him from just buying an island and moving away.
They can. Because that's what they signed away with. I think they signed like something in the president. You have to come under all the protection.
I think like did you see that comedians in cars getting coffee show on Netflix?
No.
It's Jerry Seinfeld
Oh,
hosts it. I don't really like him, but this show is pretty good. He's had like Bill Burr on there, Seth Rogen, Jim
Cool.
Carrey's been on there. He did one with Barack Obama while he was a president.
Oh right.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah.
he got
Bear
like
Grylls.
it was like a pickup truck or something, and he tried to drive it off the White House grounds. The security guard said, "No, I'm really sorry, sir. I can't let you leave." So he just went, "Oh, okay." So he just drove the car around the garden for a bit. That's all they were allowed to do. It was like, "I'm sorry,
Crazy.
Mr. President, I can't let you leave. It's a risk to national security." The thing as well, though, is it sets a precedent because if someone manages to kill the president, what does
Pretty
that
cool.
say about the country's security if you
They
can't
must be
even protect the
badass if
president?
they managed to do that.
Well, people have
Well-
someone tried to assassinate Donald Trump, but sadly they failed.
Someone tried to shoot. I believe it was Richard Nixon, or it could have been Ronald Reagan. John F. Kennedy was assassinated. So was Abraham Lincoln.
To be honest, whoever I know it's terrible, and it is.
Yeah.
I know it is definitely terrible. But whoever can pull that off, like with the JFK
You have to
thing,
be impressed.
I'm
yeah.
quite impressed by that guy because still nobody really quite knows what happened.
Well, that's the thing about that I was going to talk about.
What
Because
happened?
well, the thing is that his car was an open top,
Yeah.
which was a really
so
stupid.
dumb.
Looking back,
There's
on
just
it,
snipers.
why on earth did we do that?
So stupid.
But there's a reason now the president's car is like basically a tank.
Yeah, it's got bulletproof doors and bulletproof glass. And
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. In fact, there's a video on it. It's really cool. But there's all this stuff like the guy who got convicted for it was Harvey Oswald, I think it's called. And they basically said, "Oh, he shot him from that window." But someone looked at it. Loads of people looked at it and go, "Yeah, but the bullet trajectory wouldn't have made it to his head there. It would have gone like against the other part of the car."
They caught
or
him. Did they catch him though?
street. Well, someone got convicted for it, but there are many people who said, "I don't think he did it," or someone else did it. Or
Nobody
something.
quite knows really.
And
I
the
think.
comedian Bill Hicks has a really good bit on this. He says, "Oh, you go to the museum where they set up a replica of the window from where John F. Kennedy was shot, and it's really realistic because Harvey Oswald isn't in it."
Maybe it's the reptilian. It's the
The
Illuminati. Reptilians.
Shape-shifting reptilians.
Yes. You're insane. I was telling you about that.
Oh, that
But-
guy. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a conspiracy theory that's been around for ages, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, he believed in all of them.
I was telling
I-
you about it earlier. It's so
I would
funny.
be surprised if he wasn't a flat earther as well.
Well, the
He
fact
seems
that he
like one
had
of those sort of
tattooed
people-
on hair kind of just
He
set,
did have hair.
made the whole thing.
Bizarre, that's nuts.
He looked like a pretty funny guy. He was actually laughing at himself at one point because he was. I'm pretty sure what he said. He realised that people are going to take it. I think he realised how dumb it sounds what he's saying.
Is it like Harry Enfield's sketch Clarkson Island, where they just grow?
I don't
They
know.
basically farm Jeremy Clarkson's, and they have to shear his curly hair like sheep. Oh yeah, it gets clogged up with all the shit that comes out their mouths.
Oh, I'm pretty sure Jeremy Clarkson's been done because for
Again.
at his his farm shop. He said it was all natural.
Oh,
but he actually
yeah.
shipped all the food from like really far away places. He said it was all from the farm.
What a cock.
That's amazing.
Like,
What-
oh, he's got a
what a-
farm now. He's all like natural and everything.
What a
But no,
spanner.
he's probably
What a-
getting it from
what a
some
genius.
sweatshop.
Oh,
in
have you seen James
Cambodia.
May's bought a pub?
Yeah, I saw that.
Where?
He said, yes, I've made the really stupid
I thought
decision
about
of buying a pub during a pandemic.
We should go to the pub.
It's in the
can't.
West Country, or near the West Country. It's not that far. From
Is
where-
it Somerset?
It's near, I can't remember exactly where it is now. It's somewhere like Somerset, or Burton St David, somewhere like that.
Right.
I went to West Country recently, actually. To go and do some
We're in the
recording.
West Country, Ruben.
This is Devon, though.
You're
West
in the
Country.
This is the West Country.
Really? I
Yeah.
thought the West Country was like between here and. This is the Southwest, isn't it? West
Yeah.
Country.
Still
Because
West
the thing is,
Country.
my guitarist is
Yeah,
from the
southwest
West
is still
Country,
west, isn't it?
and
Technically.
he specifically counts the West Country as like that, like Glastonbury, Somerset
What are
sort
we
of
then?
area.
We're
southwest.
southwest though, so we're still part of the west.
Like
though,
Plymouth.
so we're still technically
The-
west.
Technically,
But the
Southwestern
Devonshire
actually.
accent is very similar to the west, and it's very
Yeah,
similar to
you've got
Plymouth.
like Jana, Devonshire, Cornish, West Country accent.
Plymouth is like really.
The Somerset accent and the Bristolian accent, and they're all slightly different.
But if we're in the southwest, we're still technically west.
Yeah.
Southwest.
So if you're
I
from
guess
like
we are kind of
Scotland
in the
or like
west.
Suffolk or something, you wouldn't notice any difference.
No.
But if you're from that part of the country like we are, you do notice Cornish does sound different to Jana,
Well, even
and
within
Jana
yeah,
does
yeah.
sound different to Bristolian.
Well,
There are
definitely-
Stonehead's
differences.
accent's different to the We got all the different accents. Like your accent's different to most Plymouth people.
Yeah,
Like
it's because I've lived in like Exeter and
Yeah.
Bristol as
you
well.
got Barbican accent.
Barbican.
They sound different. You got the
Cat
Stonehead.
Jack.
Don't do accents, please, Ruben. You're sucking
The
at
effort,
I
accents.
can
the
do a
effort
Jana
accent.
No,
accent.
you
I'm
can't.
from
Please
there.
don't.
They all sound
It's really
different,
irritating.
and it's really interesting. Even within Plymouth.
It's not bad. You just find it annoying. That's
Yeah,
the
because
difference.
it's really cringy. Because you think,
You are.
shh, Ruben, please.
Have you heard the original footage of Darth Vader before they overdubbed his voice?
Oh,
No.
glorious.
Where he speaks with a really thick Bristol accent.
They
Glorious.
should have
yeah.
kept it.
You're part of an alliance and a traitor.
No way.
It's
Yeah,
so
yeah,
funny.
honestly, it's
It
amazing.
was
That sounds like Devon.
well, that's the thing. It's quite similar to Devon, but
It's
Devon.
not really that far from each other.
If you want to see Devonshire accent, watch.
I know
War
what Devonshire
Horse.
accent is.
I mean, in general,
Everyone talks it in
I'm
Vicar
not
of
talking
Dibley.
to you, Lee. I'm talking to people who listen to the podcast.
Oh, sorry, people on the podcast. If people. So, one of our last podcast has 42 views.
Wow. Wait, what?
Yeah, and
Our last podcast.
Yeah.
That's insane.
and our podcast, what? And our film has like 30 something views, and also it's got. But for some reason, our last podcast has like 3 dislikes. I'm really confused who dislikes it because it can't be anyone
It
in our
was,
family because they wouldn't have done it.
It was
Not surprising, to be honest.
It was.
But our film
was-
has like
Our
6.
glorious
Our film
podcast.
has like 6 likes because I told all my friends about it.
I reckon
no
those
way.
3 likes out of pure jealousy. It was Lewis Brindley, Pyrian Flax, and Sibs.
Just because we're
Oh,
the best
one of your
podcast in
friends,
the UK.
How
That's true.
dare
One of
you.
We
your
are the
friends,
best UK
one of
podcast.
your friends heart reacted when I shared it on Facebook.
Really?
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh man, I haven't really checked
I don't want to say
Facebook
his
since-
name because just in case.
Mr. Chan. We had 40 odd views on our last podcast.
I'm pretty
That's pretty
certain
cool.
something like that. But for some reason, everyone got loads of dislikes.
There's
Well-
potassium in this.
Like what? No, but the thing is though, I
Let me
don't
see.
know.
Let me see.
I'm trying to find it. I may be wrong, so don't kill me. But one of us definitely. One of us has 50 views now. Like one of the
No
first.
way.
ones.
Fine.
But I think there was.
We're making it, Levi.
But the last one only came out a week ago, so it's really weird.
Maybe it was a title or something. Maybe there's something.
No, could we come up first as well? Wait, what? What the balls? No, it hasn't.
He's got 4 views.
Okay, well this one has 34 views.
Wait, what one?
But hang on a second, this one has dislikes. Looks, wait, no, that's got 1 like, which is one that dislike. This has got 5 likes.
No way.
Our film, which is pretty cool. One of them,
Go to one with more views. There you go. I've got one.
42
Pub Fights.
views. Yeah, for some reason Pop Fights has got one. I think that's our most viewed podcast. It's got 3 dislikes though.
No
Ruben,
likes.
can you tell who disliked it so we can stalk them and kill them?
I don't know.
No, we can't.
Oh. Okay, anyways, well, should we do some?
Well, we're gonna have to send out a bunch of scouts, internet scouts.
we'll hire an. We should get some features on our podcast.
internet scouts.
We should get banned to features.
But we should get some features from people we don't know. Like Zoom or something.
Zoom. That'd be terrible because then we'd still be recording through the phone, so the audio would just be worse.
I've got an iPad here, right here.
It would be bad.
It would be
Should I
terrible.
give you some questions?
Oh, we never
Yeah,
did that.
give
thing.
us some questions.
Right. This one is kind of not really a question, it's kind of just a conversation thing. What's the biggest animal you think you can kill with both bare hands?
A 35-foot long crocodile.
No, don't be stupid. Like realistically, like don't be all like, oh, I can kill a bloody lion. Like realistically,
No,
So
what,
what
A dog?
what are the parameters?
do you mean? Just any animal? What's the biggest and
Bare
most
hands.
dangerous animal?
Bare
you think
hands,
you can kill with your hand?
no clothes, nothing. Just
I
bare
think
hands.
Ruben probably a chicken.
Cloves?
Yeah, you could strangle something with clothes.
No, don't take it to.
Oh, clothes!
No,
What
no,
about
no,
clothes
not like that.
Like,
Do I just
like
look
you
into
cook
it
with
so
some
much? I
clothes.
just mean what
What
animal?
was in there?
What animal do you think you could take? Like fight? No, like
like
science.
a dog?
I think yeah, I think it.
Probably snap a dog's neck.
You could probably do a chicken, Ruben.
A chicken.
So could I probably.
I reckon I could take on a cow.
Yeah, but cows have got like really
Cows
fat
are
hips.
deer.
Deer.
massive.
I could
Like-
do a deer. I
I
could
don't
take on
know
a
though.
deer.
I don't think you
reckon I
could
could.
though, because they're super fast and they kick and they've got big horns.
Yeah, but I could jump on top of it, grab onto its neck, and choke it out.
But would you be able to? They're really fast. Like you'd never get close enough to a deer in order to do that.
Yeah, but if
I
we're
could
in a ring
probably.
and we're fighting,
But no, that's not.
yeah, but I'm,
You've got to take into account its speed though. Like
yeah, but when you take
Deers-
that question, I imagine it in a ring. You're in a boxing ring. Because otherwise,
how are you gonna get deer
how
in
are
a
you meant to
boxing
fight
ring?
with any animal? Like,
If it's like a
Well,
dog or something, if
I
it's,
think-
it's a case of like kill or be killed. Intimidate it.
No, with a dog you don't.
Hit it in the face.
No, with a dog I don't
and
even want to
just
think
wring
about
its
that
neck.
because dogs don't deserve to be killed.
But what? Okay, so what if you're out in the
yeah,
wild?
if they're gonna, if,
Okay,
if
yeah,
you're
yeah,
about
if
to
you're
die,
out- okay,
a
a wolf then.
Rottweiler was trying to claw
I
your
don't
throat
think
out.
I could take a wolf. I don't think any of us could take a wolf because they're super fast.
Probably not.
They've got big teeth. If they get you on the floor, then there's no getting up.
If it was like a domesticated, and I'm not being funny, I love dogs. If someone's like shitty pet dog was trying to attack me, I would fucking kick it.
I would.
Yeah,
too.
so would I, but I wouldn't try to
Definitely.
kill it.
Yeah, but
I would try
if
to
it-
disable it.
If it persists, if
Break
it
its legs.
persisted, and I thought I was in danger, my life was, I probably
If
would
it
kill
kept going at
Yeah.
you, yeah. But
If-
if I kicked it and it backed off, I wouldn't do any more
Yeah, yeah.
because there's no point. That's
No,
just
no.
that's just killing it.
No,
That's just killing it. That's just
Yeah.
abusing.
It's like punching somebody when they're down, you know. Just it's
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
those rules you just don't do. And if you do, you're an asshole.
Well, unless you're in like UFC, they punch on the ground sometimes, which is really crazy.
It's true, but that's like organised fighting, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. Oh, have you seen like the cage fighting thing they do? Like no, it's like
Yeah.
not like
Yeah,
no
yeah.
the one where like gypsies do it, and it's like oh,
Well,
can I not
bare
say that?
knuckle fighting.
Yeah, bare knuckle
Oh,
fighting.
that's cool.
like-
And
yeah,
it's so
yeah.
funny.
Match.
Oh, I was watching. Remember we watched those people reacting to it, and this mum had like his little, see her little toddler then, they're just watching like Lovely Day Out, the knuckle fight.
Well, that was funny. Yeah.
Oh,
Next, oh sorry,
Oh god,
no, I'll tell you
I,
what you
I think it's so funny if we just bite each other's ears off and stuff.
Was it Mike Tyson that bit someone's like whole like someone's ear off once?
Yeah.
And then he got done for it and he did it again. No wonder he's the best boxer because he's got nibbles. Right.
Nibble,
Talk,
nibble.
would you rather be able to
Nibble, nibble.
talk to animals or speak every language?
Talk to animals.
Yeah,
Humans
same.
don't interest me at
Because
all.
you just-
I think I would
No.
like to know what, because you could learn languages eventually.
Yeah,
If I could
But-
talk,
but I would
oh,
definitely
man.
you can't learn how to understand
Yeah,
animals.
imagine being able to understand what animals are really thinking.
The problem
Being
is,
the one guy on the planet who can communicate effectively with animals.
who's that philosopher who said that if a lion could speak English, you couldn't understand what they're saying because of how different their life is and how different the way they live is. Would anything actually make sense to you?
What do you mean?
Yeah,
But is like if you could understand animals, like you.
If you could,
Knew
if you
what
could
they meant.
comprehend them properly,
yeah,
That's what-
so
that's-
anim-
yeah.
animals respond to like commands and they don't really think in like sentences.
I would say
Yeah.
animals though. I would rather understand animals.
they'd be like, deer, run,
Yeah.
catch.
It would probably be more like you would just have the like feelings and impulses
Yeah,
rather than
yeah.
actual words.
No, you look
You
into
would-
these questions way too much. Would you rather
That's
be
the
able
whole
to
point, isn't it?
communicate with an animal or not?
But it's
Yeah,
just
but
an
we're just,
interesting
we're
debate
just
of, like,
opening up.
what would the animal
conversation.
actually have to say?
Yeah, but that's not the point.
Would it
Rob.
be,
You
would
can't
it be at
nothing.
all worth it if you could talk to a
I
bird
think
and
it
all they think
would.
about is berries?
Yeah, but like you could talk to you could like
but there's a,
you could actually
berries.
ask a dog.
Oh, I ate some berries the other day. The dog would
I
be
think
like,
what it
"Oh."
means though is there was some magical world where dogs can actually have like an English conversation with you in their language.
If you can have a conversation, an actual conversation,
That's what I
that
mean.
you can
I think that's what it
comprehend,
means. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
then I would want to talk to animals.
Same, because I'd like to see what goes through their mind when they're like doing stupid things.
Well, nothing really. They're just sort of.
But who knows?
It's like a toddler. It doesn't really think of what
They
it
don't really
does,
think
it
about
just
it that
does
much,
it.
but
But who knows?
Yeah, but if dogs.
Well, I mean, you'd never. If dogs were more intelligent, they'd like write books and stuff, or they would
Dogs are
exhibit
pretty
some sort of
stupid.
intelligence.
Dogs are not stupid.
They
Dogs
are.
some dogs. What about the
Well-
dogs that like help people live their lives?
Yeah,
There's dogs that can do
it's 'cause
dishwashing.
they're trained
but
to do it.
There's
you
only
know?
so
but you're-
much they can do. Like,
Reuben's-
they don't know what
everyone's
temperature to put an
trained to
oven
do
on or
stuff.
something like that, do they?
I think dogs are a very helpful animal to humans though, because
Oh, yeah, of course,
they
yeah.
rescue people.
They are, yeah.
They sniff out coronavirus.
But they're definitely like useful. But
It depends on the breed, but the average intelligence of a dog is about the same as a 5-year-old human.
There are
Like,
some
you
breeds.
can
Some breeds
understand
are a lot more.
basic things,
a lot
but it's
better,
not
though.
like
I'd say a 5-year-old
particularly
human's
like
a bit
articulate.
cleverer than a dog.
Well,
Because
not
like
called-
when I was 3, I could ride a bike. I've never seen a dog riding a
Oh,
bike.
no,
That's
there are
because
dogs
that's
that
just
can ride bikes.
because of the
I've seen
shape of his
dogs.
body, though.
Yeah.
Surely. It doesn't have
That's
fun.
different.
They can't really do.
Could you
like-
run 60 miles? Could you run like 20 miles an hour at the age of 5? Though?
Probably not.
No.
No,
But I
a
don't
dog
really need
could.
to.
That's
That-
the whole
that-
point.
that's a
Dogs
physical
need to do
capability,
different things than
I'm-
humans do.
You
I'm-
need
I'm
intelligence
talking
to learn
about-
how to do something.
Yeah, I'm talking about like a mental thing.
Yeah, me too.
Dogs can't ride bikes if they don't have the right body. There is actually a dog
Yeah.
that can ride a bike though.
Well, yeah, but one dog.
There's a few dogs.
Like, it's not like most dogs. You're not going to see like many dogs hopping on a bike.
Yeah,
and
but,
just
like,
going
come on.
Yeah, dogs don't.
Literally
don't-
right.
like,
dogs dogs can't ride bikes. They know how to. It's just that
dogs don't
They
go
don't-
to work or like write books. Right?
They don't necessarily have a cognitive ability to learn things like that a lot
Yeah.
of the time. You know,
So
They don't need to.
they don't need. Yeah, exactly.
so what is the answer then? Would you rather be able to speak to dogs or animals,
If-
or speak to
Oh,
animals, or speak every language?
I mean, I'm not really that interested in talking to other people in general, so I'll probably speak
I think animals.
to
Yeah.
animals.
Okay. Be able to run these are quite good debates we're having. Run 200 miles an hour, or fly at 20 miles an hour.
Fly from the mouth.
Fly.
20 miles an hour. Because if I
Flying's
could
cool,
fly,
man.
I wouldn't just want to go fast. Because I could like stand on ceilings and shit.
It'd be really useful because then you
But
would.
if you could,
But you can
fly
only go
at
20 miles an
hour.
Or run,
That's
or be able,
faster than most people can run.
Yeah, but
so you
all
could
be-
just fly to work.
but,
in like 5
or be able
minutes.
to run at 200 miles an hour. Though you get there even quicker.
Yeah, but the
Yeah,
problem
but
is,
if you ran at 200
more
miles an hour,
dangerous, surely.
what about the people in the way?
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's
thinking.
You
true.
would just
Yeah,
That's true,
It would
actually.
just be- there'd always be annoying people in the way.
you
If
know.
I could be able to fly, it wouldn't just be speed. Because you could like do so much cool stuff. Like you
Yeah.
could reach really high.
I don't know if this is like a spoiler, but I mean it's been out for a while. But in one of the very first scenes in The Boys, the superhero show I'm talking about, is one superhero he can run at like 1,000,000 miles an hour, and he runs into
It's
someone,
called Flash.
and they just fucking explode.
What's the problem,
It's
isn't it?
super gory, and it's like whoa.
But both people would explode.
You just run straight through them, they just disintegrate.
Well, he would explode as well.
No, he's fine.
Well, that doesn't. Unless he's
He's a
invincible or
superpower.
something.
He's
Well,
you're going that fast, then nothing can touch
they're
you.
also like
You could-
naturally
yeah.
really strong, like bulletproof and stuff.
That makes
but
sense.
Because
But
he's
yeah.
bullet.
If he was,
He
if
runs through a normal person, and they just explode.
I like to think of that question. If we're normal people,
Yeah.
if we accidentally run into somebody, we would would both be dead. Pretty
You
much.
would, they would be dead.
Like,
You would
That's why
probably
you
be
have a spike
severely
suit. That's why I
injured.
would. That's why I would make some sort. I would make a spike suit.
If you think relatively, what is it, 40 miles an hour is the sort of speed where any faster than that, you're going to die if you get hit by a car.
right.
You could die
So
from a car at
hitting-
20 miles an hour though. Just
Hitting
depends.
someone, oh yeah, it depends, yeah. Hitting someone with your own body at 200 miles an hour,
You would die.
you probably would kill them, yeah.
Or you get like, or you'd be
You
like
would definitely, like, just,
You would
paralysed.
It's a momentum.
so
of
say
it.
if someone's walking forwards in front of you, hit them in the back, the whiplash alone would snap their neck, surely.
You would die as well,
200
I
miles an
reckon.
hour. You'd break something, I think. I don't know if you'd die.
But you've got to think
You'd be
about it, like,
severely
the conservation
I
of
don't know if
energy.
you would die your
If-
first though,
if
because you're going so fast that you've got so much momentum that you just go through
If
it.
your energy has, if your energy, all of that energy is hitting them, that equal force is going back into you.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Unless
you
you're
would
wearing,
also.
it would be like running into a wall made out of flesh at 200 miles an hour. You're
Yeah.
going to at least break your nose.
Well, and bones, which are super hard.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
Like, if it was just flesh, you'd just go right through.
depends
But,
because.
but bones.
But then people have killed themselves jumping into water because you
Yeah,
get the water
yeah, it's
so
true.
hard.
because you get like super.
You're
like,
moving
well, you can break
faster.
your spine.
Well, yeah, you're moving faster than the water can react.
I'd rather
so it's
fly.
basically
It's
the same
easy
as
for
running
me.
into a
Yeah,
wall.
I agree.
I've always wanted to fly.
Flying would be absolutely sick.
You know, I've got a story. My dad once jumped off the top of a flight of stairs, because he thought he could fly when he was a kid.
Are you serious?
No, yeah,
Was
when
he on
his
something?
parents
People
says,
have died
his
doing
parents
this.
says he jumped off the top of the stairs because he thought he could fly. And then concrete
Why?
stairs, and he just like he got a big scar on himself.
Oh, it's horrible.
That's so stupid.
I know, but that's.
Well, that's so
But
stupid.
he's my dad, so it makes sense. 'Cause
Oh
I'm
my
stupid too.
god. Ugh.
Can we do the coke testing soon?
Oh yeah.
We have to.
Oh, we
Well,
have.
you
Need to
will
be fresh.
you will have to blindfold yourselves.
Yeah, we'll blindfold ourselves. Ruben, I'll give you some paper and a pen.
Yes, please.
There's some pens behind you.
I think this would be more fun if we added alcohol.
No. Fuck you, AJ. Not everything has to be about alcohol.
What's the
Sick
best
of it.
mixer? That's more important to me.
This is about Coca-Cola.
This is raw Coke.
Coca-Cola is nice. Look,
This is raw.
grow up, AJ.
What do you mean grow up? I'm the one
Grow up.
drinking responsibly.
You're not. Yeah, everything's. This is anyway. But Ruben, there you go.
That's what happens when you get old. Everything
There you
becomes
go.
alcohol.
No, it doesn't.
And
That's what you do when you're immature. Yeah? You seen your.
One day, Levi, you will drink.
That pen
and
doesn't really
you'll
work.
enjoy it.
No, but
you'll
Victory
understand.
just doesn't need to be good. Doesn't have to have alcohol. Stuff
Well,
you can
no.
enjoy stuff without having it, unless
Of
you're
course.
an alcoholic.
Yeah, I know.
Right. So can we just enjoy this?
Oh,
But
good,
the other things I
enjoy.
enjoy, you also.
Everything has to have alcohol.
Well, everything has
you
to.
don't. You can't let me enjoy Opeth or Tool.
You know,
or
I
Devin
like
Townsend.
Opeth, and I like Devin Townsend.
I don't like Tool.
I know I don't like Tool,
Mm.
but you don't like.
That's because you're
All
wrong.
sorts. You
That's
said
not
you
good.
understand why I don't like Tool, AJ.
No, I do understand.
Nice.
Anyways,
I like to
Um,
sort of sit on the
we
fence.
we
with
can't
everything, so I can-
we'll just have to drink them and try not to have any other tastes in between because.
Ooh, that's so strong.
Now you're cheating, Age.
All
You
I
know
can
what it
taste is
tastes
rum.
like now.
I can't taste the Pepsi. Okay, blindfolds down.
Oh, I'm scared of my thinking. Okay, right. So Ruben, we'd probably choose them different ones.
What?
We'll have to say
Which
our
one?
answer at the same time, so we don't base it off each other.
Okay.
But when we have one, because
I'm not going to trust your opinion, Levi.
yeah, but you might, because I'm a fairy. I've drunk lots of conch.
I've got many more years of conch drinking experience.
I
than
think
you.
I don't know though. Right, so wait, Ruben, you can start pouring them, I guess then.
I also
No.
can't taste that much. Which
Let me just get myself ready.
Get your hands ready. Levi.
Oh, wait, what?
Talk amongst yourselves while I'm doing this.
So
So, I can't see anything.
talk
Give
about
me
you are going to be Are you
Just checking
Jay?
the time.
Hey, Jay,
I'll just checking the time because I'll get worried.
you can tell. Can you see under there?
I'm gonna open all three,
Right.
so
So
then you don't know which one.
what am I gonna? What was I gonna say? Oh yes. What is your favourite bike maintenance YouTube channel, AJ?
Ooh, there's some good ones.
There are some good.
Depends what sort of genre of bikes.
Like mountain bike.
I like GMBN's quite good.
Right. Yeah.
Bike Sacks.
Oh, I watch him all the time. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, he's good.
Have you seen the video where he tries to do BMX on trails, like
Yeah.
like enduro trails?
Yeah, yeah, that's so
It's
brilliant. man.
hilarious.
Oh, Seth, he's brilliant. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, he's funny, isn't he?
GMBN's good. They're quite serious though.
Yeah.
Which kind of annoys me.
I haven't really seen him.
I like GCN. They're the road biking one.
Right.
They're quite good.
I've watched him road biking once.
Yeah.
But that kind of seems a bit boring, serious all the time.
GCN is just like beer. I approve of that message. I think that's one thing that's common with all cyclists is we all love beer. Apart from young
like,
people.
road cyclists. No.
Road cyclists love beer,
Yeah, but
especially.
really?
Yeah, yeah.
Not the healthy ones.
No, but beer's healthy if you don't drink it all the time.
Wait, and how long does it? Oh,
Like an important part of a road cycling trip is the pub.
The pub.
Yeah.
are you?
If you're cycling, is that any dangerous though?
Yeah,
no, like one pint is
Shouldn't.
fine.
No, one pint, yeah.
You need to.
I'd rather just not drink for more than one
Oh,
pint.
AJ, you could do a we could do a video, AJ, Brutal Blows about bike maintenance, and we could film you doing your bleeding your brakes and such.
While not knowing how to do it properly.
What's,
well, you need to fix your-
what
you-
does bleeding the brakes
You need
mean?
to. It means when some brakes have oil,
It's hydraulic.
So you just sort of
hydraulic.
drain it off.
so sometimes you have to bleed them so they work.
Sometimes,
Okay.
basically what happens is sometimes air
Air gets
leaches
in
into
it.
the system.
Yeah, yeah.
And air compresses, whereas oil doesn't. So when you press the brakes down, the air will compress and stop the pistons from actuating correctly.
I might do some. I need to get some new grips for my BMX, and I want to get a new seat, and I want to change. I need to change the tire.
Why do you use a seat if you don't use it?
I've got to change tire because it looks cool. And sometimes you sit on it when you're chilling. When you're chilling at the skate park, you know, if you're waiting for your go, sometimes it's nice to sit on it. Or if you're going down a hill, you can just chill on it.
I've never understood that.
You see me? It's just you. It's like if you're. It's just like a seat, isn't it? You just chill though.
Yeah, but yours is angled down so much that it just doesn't look comfy.
Yeah, it's because it's meant. It's because it's more so for being out of the way for tricks than comfiness.
I've seen some pro riders not having that.
Yeah, yeah.
I saw this one idiot pro rider who wasn't wearing a helmet and he's wearing a stupid hat. And every time he did a trick, his hat flew off.
Yeah, that's what most of them do.
Which-
Most of the professionals.
How dumb is that?
It's like a thing. It's like, oh, if you do the sickest trick, then your hat will come off.
Yeah, but
It's
how
so
stupid. Why do you even wear a hat if it's just going to fall off whenever you do
I
a
know,
trick?
that's what I think.
Okay.
Are we ready?
Don't
so
look yet.
give us
don't
the
look yet.
first. No, we're not gonna take our blindfolds off at all
Why not?
because that's not the point. We'll be able to just. We're gonna
How
keep.
are you
Right, actually, yeah. Okay.
We're gonna keep. Surely we're gonna keep them on. But do you know which is which?
Yeah, of course I do.
Okay, right. Here we go.
Now the first test is, can you tell which one's which by looking at them?
No,
They all look exactly the
They
same.
all look exactly the same.
they all look exactly the same. Yep. So can you give us the first lot and write
Okay.
on? Have you got like our names so you can write which one?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. I'm ready.
I'm really hungry.
Right, that's the first one.
Right.
Sorry.
Now have a sip and tell me what you think this is.
Don't
This is
don't
Coca-Cola.
don't say. No, fuck's sake, H, don't say it. Don't say your word. That does taste very Christmassy. I'm not gonna.
I know what that is. Wait a minute. Yeah, that is.
I don't know though, 'cause it does taste a bit like.
Tastes a bit like the Audi one.
Don't
Well, what's your answer?
don't talk about them. I'm waiting. We're just connoisseuring. Wait, smell it. I think, Ruben, we can change our answers though. By the way, when we do the other ones. Okay. We can change our answers. So if you have
I know
that
what
one,
that is. Coca-Cola.
Okay. That's
we
your
should meant to
answer.
say it at the same time, at least for the next one.
That has to be. Or it's not Coca-Cola or a cheap one, isn't it?
That's definitely Coca-Cola. But please, we say it at the same time next time. Because I might. You know,
Don't judge me, man.
influence your brain.
Don't let it then. Don't let it have self-control of your brain.
I don't care what you think it is, Levi.
Go with what
I'll
you
go with
think.
what I think.
We'll put it just.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. So
Sip of that to cleanse your palate.
the second one.
Thank you.
Visually, that looks more fizzy than the
I-
last one.
I'm not sure which one this
That
is,
could be a clue.
but I'll say.
Might
I'll
not
think
be,
in my
you
head.
never
We like wine tasters.
tasters.
We shove it on noses.
know.
right
What
into
do
the
you
bottle.
think this might be? Have a little sip.
I'm not going to say yet because I don't want. But I think I know. Can't think.
My back. Ooh.
I'm pretty sure.
Pepsi.
Really?
Is that what you think, AJ?
Wait.
See, now you're thinking because I
You
said.
can finish
Because I
it if
said
you want.
wait.
You can finish it if you want. You may as well.
I don't know.
If that one's actually harder.
Well, can we not change our answers? The last one was definitely Coca-Cola. That's a
I
fact. See,
reckon that was
can you-
definitely
it was,
Coca-Cola.
Do you see what I mean about the crisp?
Yeah, it was very crisp.
I'm going to finish that in a minute. You can't drink it anyways.
Yeah, no.
That's more difficult. I can't tell how sugary it is. That's
Right, we'll
my
just have to
problem.
stay our answers ready. I'm saying cheap. You saying Pepsi, yeah?
No.
Oh, you changed because.
No, it's got that aftertaste.
Okay.
You know that aftertaste?
I shouldn't have
So
said
what do you
anything.
think it is, AJ?
Cheap, Ruben.
I know you think it's cheap. What do you think?
We're just going to have the same answers the whole thing. We'll know when we have the next one because we'll be able to know if it's
That is a cheap one.
cheap.
I can tell that.
But we
I
might
think-
know if we try this one. And then we,
I
after,
think we will know after
we have to
that.
have then after we can choose which is our favourite.
This is the last one.
Oh, I think that was, yeah. This is easy. Yep. Oh, this is definitely what I did.
I can just smell weirdness in that bottle. Yep.
What have you done to this?
Nothing.
It's really weird.
There's nothing to it.
You
Honestly.
shit in it.
No, why on earth would I do that?
My one tastes really weird.
Mine does too.
Does it? What's this? Are they dirty? Oh no, that's on the outside. Mine tastes like lemony. Ruben, what have you done here?
That's
Nothing.
Drugged up. This tastes so weird.
It tastes like weird.
I think that's the Pepsi.
It would make sense.
I'm not getting that aftertaste. Yeah, that's Pepsi. I'm gonna say.
You reckon that's Pepsi?
There's some really weird taste in this that is not usually in Coke.
And there's a really weird taste in that.
Well, it's like lemony almost.
Yeah.
What is in this?
Nothing. I've only poured what's in the thing into the thing.
Oh, smell mine. Does yours?
Fine.
Yours doesn't smell of anything. It smells of chlorine.
It looks so cheap.
Mine smells of rubber. Smell it.
Oh, mine. Mine smells like weirdness.
It smells like chlorine.
Weird, okay. I can't decipher that. I reckon...
You've juiced raw meats. Right.
Oh, that's
Are you ready to
Pepsi.
say your answer?
I'm gonna say it's
Pepsi.
Pepsi.
It doesn't taste like
You think
Pepsi.
it's Pepsi, do you?
For some reason, it's got a really weird pissy aftertaste. What did you
Doesn't
put
it?
in the Pepsi? Yeah.
Nothing. It's got a really weird
It's
taste.
your
to it.
Pepsi.
Oh, do you know how I was saying it was really crappy? Maybe it's something Lidl's done to it because it doesn't taste right.
Something wrong with that. Was that
Lidl
was that
don't
sealed?
order the products, did it? It's just.
Yeah, but it might be old or it's been shaken up in the past. or
That
something.
definitely was sealed when you bought it, wasn't it?
No.
Of course it was. I remember
What
I
do you
didn't sell
mean?
it.
No, because it cracked. No, but the little.
Yeah, it didn't feel like it cracked though.
I mean the little plastic bit.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It didn't feel
Oh,
cracky.
no, we're gonna die now.
No, but it was in a sealed
Oh.
plastic thing. But I think
Oh, it's fine then. Right.
Right.
So first, before you tell us the answer, do you want to say which is your favourite one? Mine was definitely Coca-Cola.
mine was a Coca-Cola.
Because it's
The
so
first
crisp
one.
and it's just
Yeah.
boom Christmas.
Mine was number
In
one.
fact, give me that Coca-Cola, please.
Right,
I want that Coca-Cola.
It's the rest of the
Thank you.
Did it all in one.
I should have got Pepsi Max because that tastes.
Yeah, that was definitely Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want the answers?
Yes,
Yeah.
please. So what was? Yeah.
Both of you were right each time.
Really?
Everyone.
It was real Coke, cheap Coke, and Pepsi.
Easy.
Yeah, it was easy.
Easy.
Pepsi, I didn't say anything, but Pepsi does have a lemony taste to it.
It does, doesn't it?
No, it
Yeah.
doesn't.
It does, honestly.
Do you know what? I think the reason why I've never noticed that before is because I've never had the other Cokes and then
No,
trying it.
right, yeah.
That's probably
Yeah,
why.
you've
That's
never
really
had the
weird,
one
isn't it?
that's
I've never realised
See,
that.
Levi, we are through Coke Connoisseurs because we guessed everyone correct.
We did.
Even though we didn't know what was in
Well
them.
done.
Well done, man. You
Oh.
sound like a Frenchman there.
I need this conch now.
You know what, though? I should have got Pepsi Max, but I still think
Here's your Pepsi.
that Pepsi is not that much better than that Freeway.
I actually preferred the Freeway, but
Yeah.
I think it's only because we had the other ones and then tried that one that I really tasted that lemon. Because every time I've had Pepsi before, I've never had it because I don't think I've just thought it just is.
Let's see what the ingredients.
Your taste buds don't.
Yeah.
This is a lot sweeter.
Well, I think I prefer the Max of Pepsi because it's the fizziness is like, yeah, boy, it's like more like Coke. 'cause you've
I
got
like
crisp
Coca-Cola though
fizziness.
because it's not. I think it's not as. It's almost like a more savoury kind.
I know what you mean.
It's not very. It's very crisp and just Christmassy.
Crispmacy.
Well, I've just realised that Coke is actually kind of almost better than that Pepsi.
Yeah,
Well, if you're counting price, then it's definitely better.
that's £2.
Because that's like you could buy like 5 of those other ones for that.
So this was £2. How much was yours?
39p.
Well, that just goes without saying. What
Mine-
I'd choose.
How much was this?
90p.
90p for a
So you could get 2 of them.
90p for a 250ml can.
So you could literally get 2.5 bottles of the little Coke for the same price as one can of that.
This was a single can though. You probably get a lot more if you bought a
So I
pack.
know what I would definitely go for when I buy value for money. Not necessarily as tasty as Coke, but for the value, that is the best.
I haven't brought. I don't drink.
Try that room.
Damn right now, right. I don't drink caffeine drinks anyway, but like I haven't bought real Coke in years.
No,
That was delicious.
well, I never buy that. I always.
I
buy that.
enjoyed that. We should do like a full conch tasting where we test all the different flavours of Coca-Cola.
Dr Pepper. Is Dr Pepper Coca-Cola?
No,
Dr Pepper, Dr Pepper.
Is it Coke?
it's its
It's
own
similar
thing.
to
It's
Cola,
it's
but
it's
it's
not a
not
fruity
quite the
fizzy
same.
drink, but it's not. I wouldn't
It's
say
a
it's a
caramel
cola.
based.
Yeah.
But it tastes a
Not
lot
quite.
different to cola though.
It has a distinct taste to it, which I think separates it from Coke.
Yeah, I agree.
Coke.
It's the peppery of it.
Yeah, it's got the sort of almost botanical flavours in it, which is interesting.
Yeah,
The
I
herbs and
think-
spices.
Coca-Cola is definitely my favourite fizzy.
Yeah.
The other ones are alright, but it's just kind of like fizzy juice.
Yeah.
I feel like Fanta Fruit Twist. That's probably my favourite fruit.
So-
Fanta Fruit Twist is awesome.
Mr. Levi,
Fanta Fruit Twist.
have we got something to show AJ?
Have you?
We
Oh, I
did.
wasn't expecting this.
It's not like we do it every single week.
Wow, never noticed.
I hope your shoes are shit cleansed now.
I hope your slippers are shit cleansing.
Fuck off, AJ. Where are my slippers?
Hope you're wearing shoes, AJ, because your socks about to get blown off.
That's our shoes. We'll go right through the wall.
Hey! You're
Straight
cooking
into-
fireworks!
Huh?
You're on fire!
Oh, no. Lydia washed it without my permission. I was worried because like, I thought the dye would all leak out of them.
Oh
Make
god,
me
we all
happy.
get our clothes and they're like multicoloured. Right,
That'd be amazing.
this is the next segment, the musical Christmas moment.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to
She looks so disappointed.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, everybody musical moment for Christmas edition. Jingle bells.
Now,
No,
you were
no.
in the Christmas musical moment section. Isn't it different over here?
Wow, it's so different. I've never heard of this. Is so unique.
Come on down to Ruben's Grotto. The Prague Grotto.
That sounds really creepy.
Our first musical moment is,
Ooh, come to my grotto.
and instead of Brutal Bros points, we're going to get Brutal Bros Christmas points, which are completely different.
Wow, but what? This is a whole new format.
Are
of the
you
show.
ready? Are you ready, AJ? This was your idea to have pure musical moments this early.
That's why you should leave us a like.
Here we go, and no bloody dislikes.
No, I mean, to be honest, we are pretty crap.
We should, if we get like a big podcast, we should see how many dislikes we can get.
To make them worse, well, we are pretty terrible,
Just
which I
ask,
do enjoy.
just ask if we can get like 0 likes. Right,
I
here we
do
go.
enjoy this podcast. Free.
Biggest fan is my granddad. You can hear us talking in the background as well.
When the snowman brings the snow, well, he just might like to know. He put a great big smile on somebody's face.
It's just a minute.
If you jump into your bed, take the cover off your head. Don't you lock the doors, you know that sweet Santa Claus is on his way. Well, I wish it could be Christmas every day, every day. When the kids
Why is he disappointed?
begins to play.
I can't hear it. My headphones are sorry.
I wish it could be
That's better.
Christmas every day. Let the bells ring out for Christmas. The scary thing in the park. If the storm paints it dark, then your rosy cheeks gonna light my merry way. Now the frosticles
Wow.
appear.
Frosticles.
And the crimson of my beard. So will I by the fire till the sleeps if he loves them all away. Well, I wish
What do you think you're talking in the background?
Christmas every day.
There's a really funny bit at the end.
Start singing and the band begins to play. Whoa, I wish it could be Christmas every other day. So let the bells ring out for Christmas.
Oh, this verse we both do. It's hilarious.
That's a solo.
What is that, like the xylophone solo? This bit is such good coordination.
When the snowman brings the snow, well, he just might like to know. He put a great big smile on somebody's face. So Santa brings that sleigh all along the Milky Way. I sign my name on the roof and let the snow, then you may decide to stay. Well, I wish it could be Christmas.
This is like a 5-minute long film.
Yeah.
When it is going Mrs. Careful Cox on his way. I wish it could be Christmas every day. So let the bells ring out for Christmas.
Oh, this is brilliant. There aren't many doors in this podcast.
Oh, listen to this one. It's really funny. There's those layers. There's some screams in there. There's some amazing screams.
Oh no! What the fuck?
When the snow brings the snow, when the snowman brings the snow, when the snowman brings the snow, when the snowman
Really
brings
funny
the
part
snow,
coming out.
when the snowman brings the snow. Yeah, fucking Christmas hat. You'll get the whip.
What the fuck? That chair is so haunting. That was like.
Can you hear the chair in the song?
Yeah.
What?
I swear I get
Oh my-
flashbacks every time from that
Oh, so what do you think of
chair.
that?
We need to go to the charity shop to buy a new chair. It's
My
a
chair.
quiet one.
What? Yeah. What do you think then? What's the?
We need to sit on the floor with them.
Come on. We've got
No.
more important stuff to talk about, AJ.
We
Sit on
don't.
the desk.
Right, come on.
Pressing
What's our
issue.
Christmas musical moment?
Your Christmas
Brutal
musical
points.
Can I have a
Excitement!
Woo! Yay!
You're definitely not going to have a super action argument after this.
No. I'll give it
A head.
48,000 and thing plunkling plumping out of 38,000 ping pong ping pong ping.
Oh, okay.
So you got more points than is possible to get with that song.
Wow, so
That
we're
is
better than
incredible,
good.
honestly. That song was so relaxing to hear, I almost fell asleep.
Really?
Not out of boredom.
I thought it was quite haunting towards the end. Some of the vocals are a little bit like fucked.
The end of it was
Levi, can you
haunting.
isolate the low vocals?
Yes, the musical man can do that.
I'm the music man.
I don't actually know which ones it is,
The
but
very last chorus.
I don't know which
Sorry.
ones it are, though, Ruben.
We could just.
Just look for it.
Shh, I don't know which ones there are.
Do you want me to find it?
No, I don't want you to find anything.
The idea that some random person.
Here we go.
When the snowman
Oh, wait, no.
brings the snow, well, he just might like to know. He's put a
Where is
great
it?
big smile. Whoa, I wish it could be Christmas every day.
Is it this one?
I think it's the middle one, isn't it?
Well, I wish it could be Christmas every day. When the kids start singing and the band begins to fly. Whoa, I wish it could be Christmas every day.
What the fuck?
So let the bells ring out for Christmas.
I love the idea that somebody is browsing through YouTube right now.
And with their
Well,
blast.
has been browsing through YouTube. They're like, ooh, bonfire night. That sounds really interesting. let me click on this bonfire night podcast. It might be really informal. It's like somebody like your mum or something.
Yeah.
And you press on it, and,
Your mum!
and on comes like this
Four
four
idiots. Three
Four
idiots.
idiots talking about complete bullshit, but they have no clue what they're talking about half the time. And just getting, that's probably where the dislikes came from. Because they're expecting like, oh, this is gonna be a really quality thing, and it just
Yeah.
is like,
But no,
Okay.
our dislikes were on the pub fights. But the pub fights has the most views, but it has the most.
what actually happened on that?
I talked about pub fights.
What do you mean?
Like the Men of Trust, you know. Don't already know what else happened. You know what? Let's have a look.
What made it so? I want to hear. If anybody listens, please comment what we're doing wrong.
Can we please? I want to.
Yeah,
I
we
would
need
love
to-
to do like
we need to
we
make-
answer questions from people, but no one's going to answer anything.
That's true. Yeah.
It's such a shame. There's 43 of you idiots who have only listened to 2 podcasts.
Well, don't call them idiots. They're our viewers, Levi.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
You dumbass. You're the idiot.
Shut up,
Even if
AJ.
it's negative.
Look who it is, he just turns up. Hello there.
Disgusting.
Oh,
Actually, a whole selection of masks that you haven't seen.
Right, so let's just see what this is.
And welcome. Hello and
Wait, what?
back to the Brutal Bros podcast.
Oh no, this is the one where you accidentally stopped it, or someone accidentally stopped it, and we had to do it. This is like the second part, isn't it?
oh.
This is the first part, but that one doesn't have any dislikes, so we'll just focus on this part.
Stop squeaking around. Your special one. Where are they? Give it to me very loud. Put a hand in it so we can take it.
It is very loud.
Do a hand in it. You meant to put your blindfold on, AJ. I can see your eyes. I need to grab my AJ! Put your blindfold on me. Put your blindfold on. Shut up, AJ. Put your blindfold on. Ruben, don't be biased.
What's going on?
This is no context.
Oh man, this got solid.
Wait,
Let me try it.
what?
My hand you. I don't want to be able to see it. You got your blindfold on. Right, there you go.
What was I
That
giving
chair's
you?
so annoying.
Okay, I've got 1, 2. What's any AJ? Just in front of you, AJ. Ready? You ready?
What is this? Was this when I gave you the really disgusting sandwich you
Yeah,
liked?
but sandwich.
Jesus. 06. Wow. You can still tour the grounds today if you dare while they're there.
What?
Oh, it's a Halloween story, isn't it?
No, I can't see.
Wait, what's that?
That's very good for me. Don't they have any record actually as well? Decent, yeah. The new ones are more like melodic and death metal. That's.
Oh, that sounds so terrible, please.
I mean, the two big things for me, I think it was evolutionary from Transit Touch. Sure. Yeah, but like most of the
That chair, I think, that chair, honestly. Next podcast, please. Please, guys. Please. For everybody who has listened to this before.
Our studio isn't big enough, alright?
No, clear the shit off that chair and move it there, please, Levi. Please.
I think probably should.
Look
Right?
how good.
Because that is so loud.
Oh, which reminds me actually.
That chair is so incredibly loud, Levi.
I have an announcement.
You have an announcement?
Can't.
Yes.
Oh, it's clear up enough as it is.
Yeah, because I've been at my current job for a year now.
No, don't flash your fucking cash.
No. I'm just saying, because you're not allowed to claim any holiday pay until a year, but also legally in that year they have to give you it at some point. So they're just gone, Ruben, have it all now, all of your holiday pay at once, and have a week off
That sucks. Because that means you get no more holidays.
for this year until next year. Basically.
That's crap.
That's rubbish.
I
They,
don't
they
mind.
force you to take a holiday.
They have to legally because I haven't had one yet.
That's ridiculous, honestly. Because most
Well-
companies, if you don't get a holiday, you next year you get one more day, or like a couple more days, and you save
I think
that
it's
holiday.
because they have to give you like 28 days a year or something, but it's because you're not allowed to claim it till you've been there a year. But also within that year, you have to take that time off at some point because, like, it's just a legal requirement.
Well, I've never heard of that. Maybe
Okay,
with
well-
part-time jobs,
Well,
it's different.
but basically, my point is, I've got a week off next week, which I'm still getting paid for.
That you've been
lots
forced
of,
to
so we
take.
can do lots and lots
That-
of.
But
oh,
I'm going to
man,
be
that
here.
sucks.
I'm going to be here
That
to do the
sucks.
podcast
But you've had times where you've had a week off and you haven't had any pay at all.
because you can book time off, but it's called unpaid holiday. It's unpaid leave.
Right.
So basically just saying, don't book me in for these days, because I'm on a 0-hour contract, and you find out when your shifts are, like going to be for the next week or whatever. Because you're never in the
So
same
dumb.
hours every week, it's always
So
different.
Stupid. That's the whole system of zero. The fact they were meant to get rid of. Apparently, 0-hour contracts don't exist anymore, according to the government.
What?
They-
That's
they
ridiculous.
were meant to get
I'm
rid
on
of them.
one.
They were meant to get rid of 0-hour contracts, weren't they?
Yeah.
Like a year back or two, and they're still here. And
I don't know, it's a bit fucked, but like...
it's
But my point is though, I won't say how much I'm getting paid, but it is more than I normally would be making if I would be working
well, that is
anyway.
good.
Quite a lot.
So basically, expect a new.
for that week.
Expect a music video of
doing
Ruben
nothing.
outside Lamborghinis,
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
and he's gonna have like coloured dreadlocks, and
You'd
it's
be
gonna be
singing
like.
Gucci Boys song.
Gucci- he's gonna be
Gucci
Gucci-
Boys, Gucci Boys.
Right, I've had something new.
But my point
There's
is,
one that's over
I'll
to-
be here to the podcast.
Right, cool.
Oh yeah, 2 weeks in a row. A
Yeah,
Thursday
imagine
podcast.
that.
Thursday
Wow.
podcast. I've just
Yeah,
realised
on a Friday.
our first podcast, which is Secret Satan, actually has 54 views.
Wow.
Crazy, but what was the last podcast we did?
What number is it?
Number 17. So
Oh, this is the
after
18th
this one,
now.
we'll have 2 more podcasts, and we'll have one more podcast after this.
And
So
the
not
next
next
one will
week, but the
be-
next one. Can we do Secret Satan again? Because as it's like our first one.
I
Yeah.
think
That's
so.
our
It'll be
20th.
the 20th.
So we'll each
episode.
get something for each other, and maybe
What
we could
song?
do
I
maybe we could do a pub quiz as well.
We
Yeah.
were cycling back.
We'll talk about from
that
Whit
episode.
Sounds.
Wow. Yeah. Right. Okay. Next episode,
That was
please.
back during
Levi.
the first lockdown, wasn't
Please, Levi. Please, please, please. For me. For the
Well, you can
podcast
clear it
sake.
up then.
Well, I will, because it won't take that much effort.
it? No, it really won't.
Look, Levi.
Actually,
I know
I
for
have
you,
to
'cause
clear
you-
up my sofa when all you go and take all the dishes down.
You're young, so it seems worse.
No.
I'll do it for you. Don't worry, I will do it. I'll clean it up for you, and I'll put it in somewhere sensible where you will know where it is. Please.
We're
'cause
gonna just.
the noise is unbearable, honestly.
It is really bad.
On the like, seriously, nobody will be able to listen to a podcast with that amount of noise in the
We're
background.
always fidgeting.
Seriously.
I'm not always fishing, but honestly, watch, right? Watch, Levi.
Right. Well, I've
Even
got an
that
idea.
sets it off.
I
It's
sat
so
on it.
subtle.
I sat on it on the first podcast. Let's have a look.
But Levi, it's gotten squeakier.
Yeah,
over
because you
time.
keep sitting on it.
Yeah, but I don't.
Just shush a second.
Oh, I don't misuse it.
How does our podcast actually start? Wait, hang on a second.
We didn't have an intro, did we?
We used to do the opening the drinks at the beginning, but we haven't been doing that recently.
We
Most
don't
of
always
us don't
have, we
have
don't always
drinks,
have
though.
money to buy drinks.
That's true.
This is the first time I've had money, proper money, in like weeks.
Yeah. You got progressively more.
Suddenly I've got loads of it.
Nine likes.
Welcome to Brutal Bros podcast. My name's Moldy. My name's Levins. Papa Ruby.
Oh, man.
I don't know what my levels on the first one. not
What
me.
did Papa
Yeah.
do?
First number 1. We're all stuck together during lockdown.
We took this one way too seriously.
We
Well, at
did,
least you
yeah.
did.
Yeah, but it got views, so maybe it worked.
So, yeah, we haven't really decided what it's going to be about yet. But,
We still don't know what it's
I figured
like.
we'd just start by just talking shit for a bit. And then sort of see where it goes. Decide what it's about.
17 episodes later.
It'll come naturally, I suppose.
No.
AJ,
no,
come on.
I can't listen to my own voice, man.
I'll skip it through a bit.
Because I was nice, good time for it. And now I'm just like, yeah, I'm bored. Girlfriend, and you got
No, please.
Well, yeah, we're all red.
Well, AJ, why's your voice so deep on there?
Huh?
Your voice is so deep there.
I know, because I was busy cycling on tyres.
We're all red. Yeah, it's paying podcast. Well, it used to be a 6-pack. So, which next 3 day you can go to like a local venue. So I want to support them.
No. This episode's terrible, honestly.
Oh yeah.
No,
Quote
please.
unquote. The crowd goes wild.
No.
AJ's new rockstar career is coming out soon, guys.
You know what? I've phoned up this job thing today. I'm so fed up. I'm bloody applying for jobs. So I phoned these people up instead of applying online.
Well,
And I said, well, what's your name? And you have to go through a fucking stupid thing because my name's so dumb. So I have to spell out every letter. My name is AJAYWHICHE. If I don't do that, they will have no clue and they'll write it down wrong every time.
Wow, yeah.
So I have to spell out my entire name, which is so annoying. And they're like, oh wow, you should be a rock star. I was stood there like, what? This is a bit strange. But you should be a rock star with a name like that. I was like, he was a nice chap. He had his kids
Oh,
screaming
man.
in the background too because he
That's
was
such
working from home.
That's such a great response.
That was pretty funny.
Sloppy John Spicy Cheeto Challenge is pretty good. Should we rank all our podcasts on our next podcast?
I don't remember all of them.
No.
All of them all. But yeah, Levi. So
So
we're kind of getting to that time now.
We're gonna finish on a high. What's the high?
We should all get high.
yeah.
What should we finish on?
No, stay in drugs, kids. Don't do school.
Yes, exactly.
Drugs are bad. Okay. No.
What the fuck are you on about?
Will you allow me, Levi? Please. I will beg for you. I will pray to Satan himself. But please, can I move? Can I get out of a chair?
Don't you dare pray to God, AJ.
I'll
Not
pray
my
to Satan.
house.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, good.
God's not welcome in my
Or
house.
all we really need to do. Look, Levi. Look at me.
Or I
Look at
could
this.
use that stool, but
Move that somewhere. Just lean it against the wall. Swivel that chair around. Swipe all the stuff off of it.
No,
you
because
got-
then that stuff is on the floor, and then I've got
Well,
to put it back.
Move that stuff onto your drum stool, then move it
No,
back
because my
afterwards.
drum stool can't hold all that.
You can easily.
Those are my clothes.
Leave,
that
I'm a
don't-
master of mess. Don't worry. That will easily be able to fit on
My
there.
room is a. Not my room. Our studio is a dump.
It's not that bad in here.
But it could be better.
Look, what we need to do is move that maybe onto the desk while we do the podcast, and then put it back on there.
Yeah, it'll fall behind into the mice's lair.
It won't.
I
Levi.
have finished this
Not
entire
if we don't
bottle
need
of
to.
wine.
That's amazing, Ruben. It's only small.
This
How-
enormous-
Congratulations.
I'll
That's
almost finish
only
the whole.
Give me my wine.
Can we please do that?
Maybe.
It will stop all that noise, and maybe people won't dislike it.
Expect many more musical moments. Also, I have an announcement. We're going to be doing a Brutal Bros advent calendar. Well, each day, you will get a nice little Christmassy clip, or maybe some adverts that we make or such. Each day, and we've also
sorry.
filmed some behind the scenes because I'm sure many of you, or probably none of
Wow.
you, have been wondering how we make our musical moments.
They've been like, wow, you never know how they'd make those musical moments. Like, they're so good. They're
And
the best quality thing I've ever
Me and
heard.
Ruben recorded a little video of how we actually make our musical moments.
Yeah.
On our professional.
Is it step by step? Like a
It's
tutorial?
not step by step, but we kind of just say we just record it on here.
Hey guys, this is how we record musical moments on GarageBand.
But in Christmas, I'm thinking we should do some Christmas
Sorry,
songs all
I don't
together.
We
could
should.
do we could do Band-Aid one day.
Sorry I'm being all like cynical today.
Are we going to do a Christmas film?
Yeah, we would do a Christmas film. That'll come out on the 25th.
Look at reindeer.
What kind of reindeers have you seen?
I've got a bigger
Do you
horn
know-
than you.
Well, I've got a bigger horn than both of you, so I guess.
Whoa!
Oh, you got a big horn.
Mine's bigger. Actually, are these bottles the same?
Mine's bigger.
If I could pick up that bongo drum,
It's
you'd
not
be
the
done.
size that matters.
It's the power of the shower.
Sure, people say.
That's what's. Right.
Immediately gangster rapper. Lady, give us please bless us with one of your gangster raps, because in the last podcast you did one and it was just so funny. So please do one.
I did a gangster rap in the
Yeah,
last
you did.
podcast.
Just do not the last
I
one,
don't
but
remember
one.
that.
Just do something. It's always fun.
I'm pretty drunk, so I'll do a
Bro,
fun
come on.
bit, run. Me and Levi are sitting on the chair, we're drinking rum and we're wrestling a bear. Let's go on and have a fun time. And then we go and, I don't know, try and,
And then we go and die.
yo. Shibidi-ba, shibidi-bidi-bida. Shibidi-ba, bidi-bidi-bida.
Body
Where's
drums!
the outro, Levis?
Oh, where's the outro? Indeed.
Right.
The outro.
This has been the Brutal Bros podcast.
Oh,
It has been.
I've been Ruben.
and in this
I've
podcast,
been
in this
AJ.
podcast, you listen to us listening to our podcast.
Wow, how
Maybe in the next
meta.
podcast,
A
you'll
meta
listen to
podcast.
us listening to our podcast of a podcast of a podcast. Maybe we should react to a podcast. We should react to us reacting to a podcast.
If we did it every episode, like a tiny little, like a minute segment of us listening to a podcast, it would have become this really weird meta thing.
Look,
Oh, that hurts my brain.
this is what Levis looks like. Levis is emo now. I'm Levis!
My tears don't fall, they crash around me.
Of course you know that.
Of course I do.
Ruben is an emo.
Their drummer taught
Ruben
me.
is an emo. He's got an
Shit.
emo Christmas jumper coming, so you can't really say it
It's not emo, it's goth.
It is
What
emo.
is it?
It's not
It's
goth,
a
Ruben. That's just what
Nightmare
emos
Before
say.
Christmas jumper.
That is emo. Yeah.
Is
See?
it because it came out before emos were a thing?
Doesn't matter. It's
Yeah,
still
but-
emo.
Emos adopted. I understand why, because it did become a massive part of like that sort of alternative subculture.
All the
But at the
emos,
same
like
time,
Tim Burton.
it's- I'd argue it's more of a goth thing than a emo thing.
Nah, it's
because
emo.
I don't know.
goths
Nah,
adopted
nah,
it.
nah,
Goths aren't meant to like pop
Goths
culture,
don't
though.
wear Christmas. First
Are
of
they
all,
not?
Goths don't wear Christmas jumpers, and they also don't wear colourful things.
It's not colourful, it's
Yes,
black.
it is. Yeah, but it's got like colours. It's got blue and stuff.
Black.
No, it's not.
Black
it's blue
on
and
white
stuff.
with a bit of red.
See if that red's not allowed.
See,
Right,
that's
okay.
why it's
if
emo.
if you were like true goth, which I'm not, obviously, you would
No, 'cause you're
only,
not goth.
you only wear black.
You're a maths teacher.
Well, maths
You're a
teacher.
prog
You are-
man.
you're-
Basically are.
Oh look, actually wait. You're saying you're not a math teacher. You're wearing a shirt and black jeans. And
Oh,
you have
no.
a moustache.
I do have a
You look
moustache.
like a math teacher right now, to be honest.
The thing is, though, Ruben says he's such a prog man. You failed at maths.
I understand time signatures. Just not like.
Does that make me the ultimate prog man?
I suppose
So
so.
I passed.
I suppose.
I got a good grade in maths and physics. So I am the prog lord
I don't know. No, I'll just
The
these
king
days
of-
I'll just
the
get
king of
Sitting in my room this morning,
Rock and roll.
and then guess what I hear coming from the bathroom? Ruben listening to really depressing Steven Wilson songs.
singing to.
I'm playing my guitar, and I just hear, and he's like, oh, and I'm like, what?
I hear your
what-
angelic voice coming
what-
from the wall.
What is
and
my?
Oh, yeah,
what is
yeah.
going on?
My heart was just like.
I'm the poor mechanic outside doing work, having to listen to you.
I don't give a fuck.
Having listen, I was just like,
Yeah, but it can't be as bad as my singing in the
it's
shower.
like, no, but it's just a weird thing to happen. I just
My
hear
singing in the shower.
awful, depressing prog music. It's not even prog. It just sounds like a guy who's sad.
That is what Stephen Wilson is.
Tim Wilson is so progressive that he's actually because he keeps progressing. He's just sad and he's gonna just die.
Does he kick his fingers instead of clapping? Is that how
No,
progressive
he
it is?
does like this.
The Russ thing, yeah. Oh no. But okay, so I think that's going to be it for now.
Everybody, applause for our podcast. I'm gonna start
No,
applauding.
no, I'm triggered. I'm triggered. I'm triggered. Don't clap.
You got PTSD, whatever it's called.
Yeah, I have to. You have to click
Oh.
around my presence. No jazz hands. Sorry.
Ooh. Actually, before we go, speaking of prog, when I saw Devin Townsend, he did do that.
No
He
way.
has a song called Lucky Animals,
yeah.
which goes,
Animals,
animals, animal
monkey.
And basically he said, right, it's time for you to show me your jazz hands. And every time you went to the chorus, everyone in the chorus would go, animals, animals, and we're lucky.
Ruben, what's his little,
For the jazz hands.
what's little shoulder dance you're doing? You look like he's very feminine.
I don't give a fuck.
Who's the secret?
And then halfway through the song, it's right, everyone start doing the dance. And
That's
we all
what I
had to
never
copy,
told you
we
about
all had to
Ruben.
like copy his dance moves. Oh, it was so good.
You never know.
It was like the most fun I've ever had at a metal gig.
Does Ruben have his vagina?
What?
Yes.
No, it's not the end of the podcast.
Oh my God. Yes, on that medical bombshell, we're going to end.
On
Levi.
that bombshell.
Play us out.
Play us out. The Grand Tour theme tune is shit.
Oh, it's like
Yet it's a
proper, like,
better
middle-aged
program.
man rock, isn't it?
What we need is Top Gear theme tune with Grand Tour music. Brutal Bros.
This has been the Brutal Bros podcast. Tune in next time for no more chair squeaking. Promise.
Or maybe.
Promise.
Or maybe.
Just definitely.
Bye
Definitely.
bye.